Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer Roberts and this is True Divine, my new channel. Today I'll be reading for the sign of Sagittarius. It's a general reading for the month of January 2020. So Sagittarius, I do have some cards already on the board and there's some real accomplishment about you this month. There's some real hard work and diligence that has gone into getting you into the position that you're in right now. And because of that, you are exuding confidence, you are exuding reliability, you're bringing in a balance of work life and home life. You are able to see things from a different perspective as far as work life goes, as far as catering to the material needs of you, your family, people around you, business relations. You're capable of doing that, and you're capable of seeing different ways of doing that. You're being very diverse. You're not being boxed in. There are some truths coming out. There are some real charging messages coming through that you may need to deal with, but you have real discernment. You have an ability to see through illusions, to see what is good for you and what is not so good for you. But then, on the contrary, you're clinging on to this hurt, this memory, this past that has got you really tied up in knots, saddened. So on the outside, where you're looking and feeling accomplished, others are seeing you as somebody who is quite together, and you are reliable, hardworking. On the inside, you still have this juggling act going on, this to and fro going on with something or someone from the past that obviously hurt you, that obviously hasn't been quite resolved in the way it should be or could be for you. But the universe is calling for you all the way through this. You seem to keep going back to this hurt, to this past, particularly with an air sign. But the universe is bringing in new starts all over, cycles ending, double tens, the Fool card, new starts, giving you the opportunity to finally let go of the emotions around that scenario or that person, or the position you were in then, and look at it just like you are with your work life, from a different perspective, from taking a step back perspective and seeing the bigger picture, seeing whether it's worth you holding on to these wounds the way you're holding on to them. I think it's an important message to recognize that sometimes when we've carried something around, even if it's hurtful, and not for our greatest good, if we've carried that around for so long, sometimes it becomes such an integral part of us that we almost feel frightened to let go of it, as if it's letting go of a person or a belief system. There's a real attachment there, and it's for you to this month really take the call in from the universe and call in from the universe within, in your inner self, to let this cycle end, so this beautiful new beginning of prosperity can continue on, but fully continue on without anything niggling in the background. You have this inner sadness that you just can't quite get away from, you can't run from. There's something you want to resolve. There's old passions from the past that you don't feel you quite got the full stop on, or you got the resolution or result that you wanted from. The person or the people who were within that cycle, if this reading resonates for you, Sagittarius, the person or position or people that you were in, they have actually ended the cycle. So it's actually an illusion for you to think that this cycle still even exists. It only exists in your mind's eye. It only exists within you. There is nobody else in this situation still wishing you harm. There is nobody else in this situation dwelling upon you or thoughts of you. So you do have a freedom there. That may feel hurtful to hear, but that actually is a key to freedom, to making it even easier to embody this hangman that you're able to do right now in your work life, but in your inner grounds also, to be able to let go of the ties you feel are there, to really understand self and why you feel that way, to be quite analytical about it, quite what could be described as cold about it, in that, you know, you go through it like a to-do list, digging it out, clearing your inner grounds for a new harvest, a new beginning. You do have coming in towards the later part of January this real opportunity, because you've hopefully done the work to let go of this past and put it where it belongs as fertilizer for new grounds, for new harvest, new creativity, new lessons learned. There's a real calling with the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, 2 tens clarifying each other. There's a real calling for balance, a real calling for being brave enough to let go of that past finally and really delve into the future with passion, with gusto, with movement, with flow. And you do that if you continue, if this reading resonates with you and you're continuing on the path that you seem to be on. You have choices coming in that you didn't expect, that you couldn't really contemplate while you were holding on to this past hurt. So those choices are more than you can imagine, and those choices come from you balancing yourself within, balancing your divine feminine and your divine masculine, using both of those aspects of self to have let go of any past hurts, you know, to have the discernment, to have the ability to be intuitive about it, to be nurturing to self about it during the process of letting go, and then also having the divine masculine coming in to start lighting the fire for new activity, for new creativity, to move on, to not dwell. So you seem to have done that, and then there seems to be this drastic change coming in about the way you actually, and it's something you can't even contemplate right now, but this drastic change with the Death card and the Six of Cups clarifying of you absolutely seeing this past hurt as something positive, as something that you can use, something that you can go forward with into new things, but with a much more full tool belt, a much more full set of tricks to get you through to new opportunities, to live life to the optimum, rather than the old juggling act of looking good and feeling good on the outside, but feeling rotten on the inside when these feelings and thoughts of the past kept creeping in. The final cards for that is the Ace of Earth and the Nine of Staffs. You know, so good news coming in, burdens being lifted. And because you've done this balancing act of the divine feminine and divine masculine, and known to let go of the hurts, the wounds, letting those wounds heal and allowing yourself to process them fully, there is this opportunity of real solidity, some foundation, new creative prospects, things that are going to give you financial sustainability, but also to have that fire to let go of that last rod and use it to light up behind your backside a bomb, to go forward, to really go into your future with everything you've got. And the sun's coming out for you, Sagittarius, because you're getting in alignment, because you're taking the opportunities, the calling from inner self to let go of these cycles. You are being rewarded. You're rewarding self by coming into alignment. Things are shining on your harvest. Everything you touch is working out because you've learned how to be discerning. You've learned how to face self. You've learned how to process things and let go of ego and labels and emotions around situations, and be able to, and I don't usually read reversed, but the Six of Cups comes out reversed with the Sun card. So, you know, that is just what I'm saying, you know, that letting go of the past, turning it upside down, flipping the script, brings you into full alignment, bringing that sunshine into your life, and those choices. Being able to see a future with your shoulders clear, that weight lifted off your shoulders, and I'm just feeling you feeling so much lighter, so much brighter. You know, there's nothing wrong with letting go. There's nothing wrong if it serves you on your path, and it's going to help others around you. It's going to help you expand and learn more about self. There's nothing wrong with letting go of either people, ego, positions, belief systems. We've been trained to be too fixed, too emotionally fixed on things, and too we've been conformed to think we've got to respond to hurts and pains and memories in a certain way, and that's just not the truth. We have the ability to remove emotions when we need to, and be discerning and let go of those that don't serve us. It may not resonate with many, but there is the option also that the part of this cycle, part of this moving on, may involve you realizing that you have gotten into a relationship, a position, a business that just isn't working. And once you get yourself, your inner grounds in alignment, you know, the sun shines, and you may see that, you know, it's just not happening. It's just not right. I've rushed into this position because I was still hurting from the past. I was trying to distract and fill up my life, and so there is that, but I don't think that's for many people at all, because for the majority, I see that, you know, because of this alignment, because of this balance and letting go of the past, that there's a very happy home. Cutting out any narcissists in your life will do you so much good. Narcissistic tendencies can be very draining, very damaging. Also cutting out narcissistic tendencies within the self. Once you've processed all of these wounds and these memories, you might come across some things that you realize were narcissistic of yourself to do. Things that you want to change, things that you want to go ahead and let death become them, you know, in that, you know, you can let them die, you can let them go. They don't need to be part of you. You have the power and the discernment to change it up. So it's a beautiful reading, Sagittarius, very practical, very discerning, very hardworking, and full of good news, full of great payoffs for that hard work, for that bravery, for the courage to see within self and let go of what's not working for you. So I wish you much love, be whole, and continue on this awesome path of ascension. I wish that it's exciting, passionate, thrilling, and all of the above and in between and below. So if you would like a private reading, All of my details will be in the drop box below. If I've touched on something here that you want to drill down deeper into, or that you have something completely different that you would like some guidance on, or some clarity on, please feel free to use any of those contact details in the drop box below. I hope you come back. I hope we can build up a really nice crowd here of people who enjoy each other's company and support each other. So, as I said before, much love, be whole.